This is video update number 3 on the Charvel Model 2, and this is just going to be a quick look at the neck and the condition of the frets and fretboard before I get started with giving this thing some love. It looks like a couple of the frets are pitted and have a few indentions here. So I'm going to go ahead and recrown all the frets, and obviously give that rosewood a little bit of some fretboard oil just to snap it back to life, rehydrate it. But overall it's in pretty good shape, and you know, the typical locations for like the fret dings there on your cowboy cord spots are pretty minimal. Those should come right out with a good fret crowning. The headstock is in really good shape. It's got some typical wear or, you know, scratches in the finish from string changes and so forth. But I was able to back the truss rod off enough to get the neck nice and flat to check everything. The tip is in real good shape. Normally these are busted off or you know, chipped off or whatever. This is in really good shape. No signs of any cracking or splitting along the scarf joint or at the top of the fretboard there. Everything looks like it's in really good shape. So basically it just needs some TLC, and this thing will be ready to get back installed on the guitar. So I may do a lot of this work off camera, but just wanted to kind of throw out a quick tech tip. A couple of products that I've really fallen in love with. You might have seen them over in the corner of the video, but Stu Mac sells this tape dispenser, and it's in 3 widths, so it allows you to do you know, a neck, you know, taping up your fretboard really in just a matter of a couple of minutes. Another product that I've really grown to rely on here is the Z file. Let me focus there. It's the Stu Mac Z file. It's a fret crowning file, and honestly I was a bit you know, afraid when I first looked at the price. I about choked and thought, man, you know, that's an expensive tool for just this one job. But in all honesty, the only local tech that I would really trust to, you know, do any sort of fret recrowning, you know, actually charges about 150 bucks a neck. So, you know, the price of that file I think was somewhere around 80-90 bucks plus shipping. And I thought, man, you know, it's almost the price of having a pro do it. But honestly, I have no regrets. Ever since I bought that file, I've managed to do about 5 or 6 necks actually with it, whereas I, you know, originally would have just spent the money the one time and had the tech do it, and then I would have been out the money, no tool. So it is a good investment. I highly recommend them. You can watch all kinds of their tutorial videos to learn how to do it. It's really easy to get the hang of, almost foolproof. So anyway, just want to give a shout out here. Again, I'm not endorsed or anything, but just wanted to show you a few tools that I have definitely grown to love lately. right, that's all of the StewMac eraser steps, and we've got a nice polished fret top. Everything's looking much better. This overhead LED shop light does a really awesome job at allowing you to see any sort of imperfection, whether it's in paint work or whether it's in fret work. It doesn't matter. So I may go back over these with a little bit of polishing cloth, but for right now the eraser system is done. Frets are fully crowned. Like I said, I did most of that, or did all of that off camera using the Z file, and that's what got us to this point here. So I'm going to go ahead and peel some tape off, and we'll look at the fretboard. So I've decided before I peel the tape off to go back over it with some 4-0 steel wool here, and it's doing an even nicer job of the final polish. So I'm polished up to this fret here, I believe, and it's just putting a nicer finish shine on it. Now it's really reflective. So just wanted to show you I was adding that step in here while I still have the fretboard taped off. And honestly, since the body is still removed, I'm not worried about, you know, the metal filling or filings getting into like the pickup magnet and things. I'll shake this towel out here, and you know, it's just better to do it now with everything removed and taped off. So just adding that step in there, 4-0 steel wool on top of the frets, getting that super nice shine, and it's coming out even better. All right, time to get some tape off of here. One of the benefits of when you tape down a fretboard for this, when you peel that tape off, it kind of pulls some of the dirt that's been embedded into the grain of the fretboard off with it. So it kind of helps out a little bit there. It's kind of a 2-in-1 freebie. See all that? One of these days, I guess I'll properly mount this neck caul to, you know, a 2x4. Of course, this is just a random scrap I've had laying around for a while, and it's a little wonky at times, but I have to do that because of these angled headstocks. So I know they make a tall neck caul, but I don't know, just felt like for right now the best solution was to throw this thing on a 2x4. All right, I think I've showed this before on videos. One of my favorite products for fretboards is the F1 oil by Music Nomad. So it seems to work really, really well. It doesn't just, you know, evaporate real quick like some of the other lemon oils I've tried. I'm sure this is going to need several applications here. So clean rag tip. Let's see what comes off with it. So that's it after one application of the F1 oil. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do a second application, let it sit for a few extra minutes, and then rub that down as well. And then we'll polish the headstock, and I think the neck should be all set to go. Alright, so this is going to go ahead and conclude the update video for the neck. That F1 oil from Music Nomad has really done a nice job bringing back some life into that fretboard. It looks, instead of looking dry and neglected, it looks nice and shiny again, moisturized, clean, you name it. So yeah, definitely playable. You'll feel the difference for sure. Got a good shine on the headstock there. All the tuners are in good working order. So I'm going to actually leave the neck plate screws, the screw head, soaking in a little cup of WD-40 here, just to kind of get some of that corrosion. You know, these old screw heads, you know, like they start to get kind of crusted, rusted, whatever. So this one hasn't been touched, obviously, but so I'll get the neck screw heads clean and looking a lot better, and then in the next video we should be reassembling everything. So stay tuned for that, maybe in about a week or so. In the meantime, thanks for watching, appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions.